Hi friends, welcome to Faith Forward Podcast, where we talk about the believing and growing personally in God and living purposefully. Faith is the birth of seeing the light when the dawn is dark. I am Sawan, your host in this spiritual journey, and today we have a guest from the Philippines. So let's meet my new guest. We have a guest, Mark from Philippines. How are you, Mark?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome, and we are also very thankful to you. You come and you join us, and you give us your precious time. So I like you to introduce yourself, please.
Hey, hello everybody. My name is Margarino.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Filipino, but I am a missionary kid. My parents work in Southern Africa, and that's where I grew up. I'm a graduate in
Mm-hmm.
computer science, and I've been working in that field ever since. And yeah, I that's pretty much it. That's pretty much me.
Yeah. So what are you doing nowadays?
I am currently working
Mm-hmm.
for AWR
Mm-hmm.
as for one of the teams here, helping with their digital missionary app, as well as working with the team to do manage their online Facebook, their online sites, and it has been a wonderful time so far.
So, Mark, my first question to you, what I want to ask you
hmm
in this interview, when did you surrender your life to God?
I would say that so I got baptized at
Mm-hmm.
the age of 14,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say I only gave my life to God when I was around 21 because like at first I got baptized mostly because of the energy around me, the people around me. It was a very spiritual environment in high school, and I was thinking, yeah, you know what, this is the right thing to do. And I never really understood my decision or why. And it was only through my time in college that I had some ups and downs that I was fully able to recognize that, you know what, God is real. He's a part of my life and an important part of my life. And I wouldn't be much of anywhere without him. And so that's when I started realizing that I kind of really need him in my life. So I would say around 21. Yes.
So, what are the difference you see in your life now and before?
I think that before God, there was a bit of a lack of direction. God was more of I grew up on God, but he wasn't really a part of who I was. And so I think that it's different when you feel that he is a part of your life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like, how do I say it's an eye opener of wisdom, right? It it goes down from the biggest to the smallest of decisions you make. You start thinking, is this the right thing to do? This is what God would want me to do. Um, is the hard choice the right choice? And the more you think about these things, you realize that your life improves a lot. So
Thank you so much for sharing with us how you surrender your life and what are the difference you see in your life now with God. So I think with God journey is very amazing journey. It's
yes.
like very unbelievable for us at most sometimes. So my next question to you: how have you seen God helping you in your challenging time? Yeah, physical exercise is very good. At least you can maintain your body, and it will also good. Is good for mental health
Yes.
and stress, as you told that. So it's very nice. So my next question to you: who is Jesus to you?
So there were points in my life where it was struggle, I would say, like around college, where I was having a crazy amount of time with the work I was doing, with the degree I was having, and I didn't know where I was going to get a job. I didn't know if it was going to work out, had some personal family and personal issues, and everything was all falling together, and I, I feel like there was a lack of an anchor during that time. And that's when I would say that God came through to me because I was at a point in my life where I was thinking, I don't know what to do and get me out, right? Help me find a way out of here. Let me find some steps. I have some impossible tasks. I don't know what to do. And so, intuition, call it God, if you will, but I wasn't even a prayerful person at the time. I was just like, God, help me. That's all I was, right? And so, it started small, right? It was like, okay, I have this project I have to do and I don't have enough time. I only have a week. I need to get it done. okay, I got it done, right? So, okay, God, I have this project that I'm going to be late to do, and I pray that I can have some grace to finish it. I hope the teachers will be good to me. You know, I don't know if I'll get it done. And I would end up doing this project even way before, like, I finished school, and I couldn't fully get my degree because I didn't finish it, right? But the teachers were still kind enough to say, if you finish this, we'll give you the grade, you'll get your degree. And that was amazing, right? And I thought I shouldn't have been able to finish. I thought I would have to repeat the class. I was given so much opportunity and time to finish it. And it started small, and then I would say that it's been one amazing miracle after the other, dealing with the personal issues that come in my life, and it's just asking one at a time, God, help me, help me, help me. And even if you don't see the plan, I believe that if you have enough trust, He can lead you through that.
It is a wonderful testimony, I think so.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, what are your goals for yourself?
I would say that my goal as of life is I want to live a good life, you know,
Mhm.
and I want God to show me a good life. I believe that I'm still young. There's still things I want to do, still things I want to see. And I feel like life's an adventure. And my goal right now is to finish the work I can do at AWR for God and for the things I want to do, and then go out into the world and see what's next for me. You know, and
Nice. That's nice.
thank you.
So, what do you do when you are sad?
Hmm. What do I do when I'm sad?
Yeah.
I would say that I'm a very physical person.
Mhm.
In order to deal with the stress or the sadness I have, to kick back, I tend to play basketball or work out. I think sports and exercise is a very good thing for the mental state. I feel like if you feel like you're accomplishing something, you feel like you're getting stronger, it can help deal with the stress and the sadness, and it can kind of pull you a little way. It's a little bit of an escape, but it's a positive and a good escape. And for that, I'd say I normally feel healthy. I feel happy about the things that I'm doing. So yeah, got to credit that to the physical exercise that I do. Physical person. Um, in order to deal with the stress or the sadness I have, to kick back, I tend to play basketball or work out. I think sports and exercise is a very good thing for the mental state. I feel like if you feel like you're accomplishing something, you feel like you're getting stronger, it can help deal with the stress and the sadness, and it can kind of pull you a little way. It's a little bit of an escape, but it's a positive and a good escape. And for that, I'd say I normally feel healthy. I feel happy about the things that I'm doing. So yeah, got to credit that to the physical exercise that I do.
Yeah, physical exercise is very good. At least you can maintain your body, and it will also good. It's good for mental health
Yes.
and stress, as we told that. So it's very nice. So, my next question to you: Who is Jesus to you?
Hmm. It's an interesting question because Jesus is different to everybody, and it's hard to say more or less of what he is to me, because to me, I can see him as all powerful. I can see him as God, as a father figure in your life, but I can also see him as a friend because I'm a logical person, and the issue with being like that is you have this weird autistic nature where you're always talking to yourself about the decisions you make, right? But for me, it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself. I really feel that he's there as a friend. I feel like Jesus is there as a person for me to ask myself, what am I doing? This is the right thing to do, right? This is what I have to do. And for some reason, I get those answers in my head, and I like to think it's God. I like to think it's Jesus, right? I like to think Jesus is telling me, this is what you want to do. This is what you have to do. If you want to be better, do this instead, right? Let's step away from the things that are negative, and let's start doing more positive things. And more than that, more than being a friend, he's definitely someone I feel that I don't deserve, and I'm really happy to have, because there have been many times, I'm not perfect. I've definitely turned away. I've definitely made some disappointing actions, but he's still there to always say, "I'm always here for you." You, as long as you always get up, there's always going to be a path, and I feel like he's the guy in your backcourt to help you get stronger all the time, but he's also there to pick you up. And I think Jesus is a wonderful person to me.
That's great. So it's just, I think Jesus' love is like unconditional love.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter how we are sinful. Whenever we go to Him, He accepts us.
Oh,
So
yes.
that is the reality of God love and Jesus love.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So my last question to you: what is your favorite verse and why?
My favorite verse is from Ecclesiastes 11, verse 9, where it says, Ye who are young, be happy while you're young. Uh, be happy while you are young. Let your heart give you joy all the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and all that your eyes see. But know that in all these things the Lord will bring unto you judgment. And this, I think this is from the NIV version. And I think this verse speaks to me because it speaks to the freedom and the happiness that I wish to attain in my life. I believe that God wants us to enjoy our life. I believe that He wants us to be strong and happy, and I think it's a free. I think it's a free game, right? But I think it's also at the same time a warning where it's like you can do whatever you want, but know that if you are to choose things that are not from God, if you are to choose things separate from God, then you'll reap what you will sow, right? If you do not wish to be with God, then you will receive the negative consequences of doing so. So it's a key of wisdom where you can prioritize your happiness. God wants you to be happy, but at the same time, learn what's good, what's wrong, be positive about your life, learn the end goal, know that you won't have the things that you enjoy on this earth forever, and know that heaven's the ultimate goal, right? And if you truly want to be happy, then I think God's the best way. And so live your life in the moment, but don't neglect the future, you know? And so that kind of freedom is why I love this verse so much. I think it doesn't confine me to the religion that I am, but it allows God to open my eyes to live free, live happy, and but be smart.
So, Mark, I want you to say something to young people at the end.
Okay. So for all the young people out there, my advice to you would be don't be so result oriented. Don't be so result oriented. When you're young, you don't have much direction in your life. Everything is all over the place. Your emotions, the things you want to do, the actions you take, and thing is, it's easy for you to change the decisions you make based on how you feel. And I would say that to apply some discipline and to start doing the good things now while you're young.
Thank you so much for joining me in this episode. But I want to remind you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. If you enjoy what you hear, please consider leaving us a review. It helps us to grow and improve more. God bless you all.